Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the wrap-up, our second half hour here, our first half hour on News Channel 10 in high definition. Matt Hamilton, Jacob Albrock, we are so excited about this week. What a great slate of games, matchups all across the board we've got tonight, Matt.
As always, we're going to see some crazy stuff out of that huge district down in 5A, Tascosa taking on Abilene High. And District 3-4A is going to be fun to follow all year. So what would change this week? We're going to see some huge matchups, including a huge one down in Wichita Falls as Amarillo High travels down there to take on Ryder.
But let's start with Tascosa. This is a district game, remember now. It's a 9-team district, so Abilene High comes in, the 7th-ranked team in the state of Texas in 5A. Tough order for Tascosa. Here we go.
Let's go ahead and get started in the second quarter where Abilene's Evan Abe keeps it on the option, and the quarterback can run as he takes a nice little hit inside the 20-yard line. And later in the drive, Marcel Porter, this guy had a huge game, takes the handoff, takes it around the right edge, and just inside the pylon for the touchdown. 21-0 Eagles. And after a Tascosa punt, it's Porter again, taking the handoff, taking it around the right side again. I promise you it's not the same play. He punches in 27-0. At that point, Abilene High gets the victory 49-7. Joining us now on the phone from the Texas Panhandle Sports Network is Phil Woodall. Phil was out there at the game and he had a chance to see it. Phil, Tascosa looked like they couldn't get a whole lot going offensively, but yet they couldn't stop them on defense either. Give us a full game wrap-up.
To just 130 yards total offense this evening, and in fact it was 35-0 at halftime, and Kevin Lucas is just a stud. He's going to the University of Tulsa. Receiver caught 6 passes for 152 yards and a touchdown. That was at 67 yards. He also had an 11-yard touchdown run. Evan Abbey's a terrific quarterback who completed 14 of 18 for 235 yards, a couple of touchdowns. But to be honest with you, all night long as the Rebels tried to get their option offense going, they were just stuffed in the middle on every dive play and stuff. Abilene High is ranked number 7 in the state of Texas, and there's a good reason for that. They're pretty darn good.
Phil, we've seen Tascosa struggle the first 3 games. They have a tough district, a huge district, 9 teams. They've lost their first 3 games, but still have 7 left to turn the corner. What do they have to do to get back on track?
They have got to get that option offense going. They ran Tucker Davidson quite a bit tonight at quarterback. They had Peyton Brooks also running the quarterback. He finally broke the scoreless scheme for them in the fourth quarter with a 3-yard touchdown run. Brooks was also in the backfield as a possible wing or even split him out on the slot quite a bit. But they have got to get their option offense going. If they don't get it going, it's going to be a tough year for them at this particular point. They've got some running backs, but right now they're running everything off that option, and their dive play sets everything for their particular offense. But it's going to be a tough year because they're still just not running that spread their option very well. And when you only get 130 yards, and albeit, let's face it, Abilene High's defense is one of the best I've ever seen. They're big, they're mobile, they're nasty, they just love to hit, and they're a tough bunch.
All right, Phil, thank you so much. We always appreciate it. Our man, Phil Woodall, Texas Panhandle Sports Network. He'll be with us all season long, and we're excited to have him. All right, Matt, let's go into District 3-4A now, where it's a combined 11-1 record. That's pretty outstanding. But Amarillo High, to keep it going, has a tough test. If you look at different polls across the state, we come into this game with Amarillo High at number 6 and Wichita Falls Ryder at number 6. Amarillo High went down there last year to get, Wichita came here. Amarillo High got a win. Now they have to go down there and try and get a win in a hostile territory. And I'll tell you right now, this game was as good as advertised.
Yeah, it came down to a last-second play, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Let's take a look at it.
Let's show you how they got there first. First quarter, no score. And here we go. First and goal, Dominic Thrasher. Come on, that can't be real. Touchdown, 7-0 Wichita Falls Ryder. Drake Reed, we got your name right this time, buddy. Horse collar at the end of that play. Didn't see any flags on it. 20-yard run. Josh Woods, 16 more yards. Amarillo High picking it up in chunks here with that wing tee. And then Woods again, this time into the end zone for the touchdown. Nice job. I believe that was Gabe Rodriguez out there on a big block, the quarterback. Nice work by the Sandys. J.T. Barrett. Now this is the big stud. He's an Oklahoma State commit, but he's picked off by Braden Maruzak. Now I'm going to take you through the end of this game. Less than 20 seconds, Amarillo High was leading by 1, but Barrett got a score to get the lead. Then Amarillo High tries for a miracle. Wichita Falls scores again on a meaningless play. So this thing came down to the final seconds of the game, and Wichita Falls Ryder gets the win. A heartbreaker for the Sandys, 26-17. But it's not a district game, and it's a nice test for the Amarillo High Sandys, who hung and probably deserve that number 6 ranking. Paladuro and Hereford. Let's go there now. Paladuro trying to stay unbeaten in that district. Hereford looking for a win against those high-flying, fast, athletic Dons that we've seen this year. Maybe the most high-flying, Montrell Meander, and that guy is just so good. A long touchdown run there. Paladuro leading 28-12 at that point. Still in the second, Ray Martinez. He's taking a run of his own. Get out of the way! Big hit by Martinez, who keeps his feet. Nice job. Third quarter now. After halftime, same score, 28-12. Martinez through the air this time. Garrett Higgins. Nice catch for a big gain on the play. Same drive, Martinez looking for Josh Lopez. Finds Josh Lopez into the end zone. Hey, it's a one-score game, 28-20. But Paladuro goes on to win, stays unbeaten. 41-27 your final. The Dons perfect through 3.
Another perfect team so far. Randall traveled to Monahans. Let's pick up the action. First quarter, Tyler Janelle. Guy we've been waiting to hear his name all year. A huge gain. Janelle pounds his way down the sideline. Same drive, Colin Bowen to Aaron King. The Raiders looking good on offense early. Monahans having to wrestle down King. And same drive. This time it's Bowen looking for Sotelo. And he finds him. Touchdown. Raiders 7-0, Randall. And let's move to the second quarter when it's Bowen again. This time he put one in the air. Let's keep it on the ground this time. 75 yards for the big quarterback. Gets down the sideline. 14-0 Randall. They would go on to win this one by a final of 34-14.
All right, Matt, well, we have 2 other undefeated teams in that district, Caprock and Canyon, that we'll get to momentarily. But first, we want to take you to our game of the week. All of these matchups, but we chose Dumas and Pampa. It's a great rivalry, former district mates. We want to see which team bounces back from a tough loss last week. The fans say Dumas will bounce back. 56% of you, in fact, say Dumas will bounce back. That's your final tally. Let's take you to our game of the week.
Game of the Week, brought to you by Popular True Value.
Let's go. First quarter action. Ryan Smith looking for Chris Howard. Nice deep pass.
Nice catch.
That was a good pass. Nice catch. And it's Smith again. Nice little 10-yard run. Decides to keep it himself. Touchdown Pampa, 6-0. Extra point no good. But Dumas looking to strike on offense. Nathan Blackwell taking the handoff, and no one touches him as he goes around the left side. 50-yard touchdown run. 7-6 Dumas. Let's stay in the first. Alexis Arzolo gives the Demons a 10-9 lead going into halftime with the field goal. Dumas will go on to win this one 37-16.
All right, let's take you to a score from Canyon and Plainview. The Eagles, the most unsung undefeated team out of District 3-4A. How about that score? Huge winners, 47-21. Now we're efforting this video. It's coming in from our friends down in Lubbock. We'll have that for you later in the show, if not later in the next couple of minutes. So we'll see. But Canyon, we will tell you gets the win. We'll get to that game back in just a little bit. Caprock and Estacado played on Thursday. Caprock undefeated as well, averaging 60 points a game through their first 2. Estacado got a pretty salty offense too, though. That's Tamari Terry taking it up the gut. 14-3 Matadors lead. Christopher Carnillo breaks free for a long touchdown run. 14-9. Here comes the Rock. Michael Guerrero through the air. Addison Bustos. Bustos, the touchdown. Get this. 393 receiving yards for Bustos in the game. He was one shy of the state record. Unbelievable game. Caprock gets the win, 43-33 over Estacado. All right, if we can now, let's go to that Canyon game in Plainview. And here we go to the Eagles. You know they won. We'll show you how they did it. Wes McCutcheon here, though, for Plainview with a long touchdown early on in this game. 7-0 Bulldogs. We're going to tell you a little story about this game. Canyon, through 3 games, they've done this twice now. They've got down early. Here's an interception by Plainview's Zach Riddle. But you know what? It doesn't matter because Canyon stayed true to it, and they both won both of those games that they were down in. They get a big win here just again. 47-21 was your score in that one. So the Eagles stay perfect. The Longhorns stay perfect. The Dons stay perfect. Dumas gets a win. Amarillo High takes the loss. That one was a tough one. 2 ranked teams in that one. So now we get through 3 weeks, Matt, and we have 2 losses in District 3-4A.
I was going to say, let's count them. 1 by Dumas, 1 by Amarillo High. Through 3 weeks, that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and say that this district is going to be fun, checking out the way this thing's going to shake out, some of the matchups, the rivalries. Every game is going to be huge in this district. Should get interesting because anybody can win on any Friday night.
It's going to be fun. We got a lot of other big games. In the non-district schedules, let's go down a little bit. 3A and 2A matchups when we return on the wrap-up.